desperate to score many a try, but it wasn't to be. When you get a scoreline put on you like that, they probably haven't turned up ready to play. That's a lesson for the girls, for the group. So we don't accept that sort of scoreline in our group anymore. They understand that, and this was our standard and expectation going forward. But one thing that it has been a successful campaign. They've won two World Cup games which they've never won before, and they've played in a semi-final, and they've changed the face of their country and the women's pathway for the rest of their lives.
That's the next thing I was going to ask you about. The reaction back home has been good to the previous wins. What about to the size of this defeat though, and the disappointment?
Yeah, as I mentioned, the size of the defeat and the scoreline is not acceptable. We've spoken about that already, but they should hold their heads up by what they've produced in this tournament. The first PNG Orchids team to ever play in a World Cup semi-final, and that standard set now. So that's the expectation going forward to 2025. So they're only going to get bigger and better from here, as long as they get some pathways put inside their nation, and other little things aside from that. But I think going forward, this is going to create a big PNG Orchids following going forward.
Elsie, what's it been like for you, the journey through the competition to get this far to a World Cup semi-final?
Yeah, like you said, it's been quite a journey for us. Not winning a game in the past World Cup and coming into this tournament with a 0 win. For us is to get 2 wins, and then I think it's good for us. We're only going to build from there.
Could you sense that the crowd tonight were desperate for you to score, probably because of the size of the Australian score? They were really willing you on the longer the game went on, and you had a couple of chances, didn't you?
Yeah, from our squad, I think lots of the girls are learning to play in the position as well, and coming against a side like Australia, we knew that it's going to be a tough game for us. So yeah, coming in this game, we had to do a lot to prepare for this game, but unfortunately, the result that doesn't speak for what the work we've put in for this game. So like I said, we will take this as a positive and then go back and work on it.
Then in the men's game, one of the things the other countries did to close the gap is more players played in Australia. And I guess also over here in England, the competition reached a better level. Is it the same way to close the gap in the women's game, or are there other ways to do it?
Oh, there's other ways to do it. There's multiple ways to do it, I think, in the female game. So I think they need to get some pathways going inside PNG itself, and then they need to get on probably a state level, maybe the PNG Hunters female version into the QRLW. And I think what you'll see is multiple PNG players probably come out of this and go into NRLW pathway at some point as well. So that's only going to make it better for the PNG Orchids pathway. But I think they've got to get some pathways in order in their nation first and foremost. And I know there's been conversation around that.
What about being some players at the North Queensland next season?
Say again?
What about some players at North Queensland next season?
Next season?
Do you expect to see some PNG?
Possibly, yeah. Absolutely. Whether they know it or not, they've been on trial for the last 5 weeks. So I've been watching quite closely. Obviously got ties with North Queensland, so I'm pretty confident you'll probably see a couple of PNG females come out of that, as long as they want to come to North Queensland at some point.
Because like there's quite a few players that are consistently impressive.
Absolutely. So the thing is with PNG players too, it'll be an easy transition from going from PNG climate to North Queensland climate, all that sort of thing. That's not necessarily not to say there won't be any girls from the southeast corner of Queensland that come up as well. So you will see girls out of this World Cup squad go into the NRLW next season, I have no doubt.
Elsie, speaking of the NRLW, you came up against some of your teammates tonight. Did you enjoy that challenge?
Yeah, of course. It's always exciting to play against your teammates, and obviously that was it for me as well. And it's good to play against them. But there's always good to play against your teammates.
What did Kezzy say to you here?
She's just been Kezzy, coming around and try to you know, Liv is always a positive person, and like she's trying to spread that positivity. So yeah, she just came to, you know, just told me to just put my heads up.
Elsie, did you do a jersey swap with anyone?
Yeah, I did a jersey swap with Fui, but I think the jersey is too small for me to wear.
We'll have to find someone else's for you.
Ben, can I ask you, what is your future with the PNG Orchids? Will you be staying around for the foreseeable future?
So my contract runs out pretty much tonight. So do I want to stay on? Absolutely, but where that goes, that's up to the board and what goes forward. So I've thoroughly enjoyed it. This probably role I've had is probably the most challenging coaching role I've had to date in my short career. With more challenges comes more rewards. So they've got 23 females down there that are proud as punch, even though the result didn't go our way, but they've created history, and we're fortunate enough to coach them and be part of that as well.
Have you enjoyed being back in Yorkshire?
Loved it, absolutely loved
Go
it.
for Bradford Curry?
Yeah. So they didn't have to ask me twice to come back to England. Obviously, I've got very, very fond memories of this country, especially in Yorkshire. So no, I was on the plane. I was the first one on the plane.